Hello everybody, here's Country Music News International and my name is Christian Lamitschka and today on the show we present you.
My name is Matt Koerner. Thanks for having me, Christian.
Matt is here your first time on Country Music News International, so can you please introduce yourself a little bit more to our readers and listeners who might be hearing about you for the first time?
Sure. So, like I said, my name is Matt Koerner. I've lived in Nashville, Tennessee for 6 years. I'm from Southern California. I was just telling Christian I'm half German, and my grandmother's from Chemnitz in Germany. But we have a single to radio right now. It's called The Race. And I hope you guys hear it all over the world. It's been pretty fun. It's been my first experience to country radio releasing a single, so we've been having a very good time.
Folks, I'm really sorry. I thought we can do the interview in German with him, but he told me his German is not well enough to do it.
Nein, is it nicht gut?
Well,
okay?
That's fine. That's bring to a table. By the way, how it is to come from California to Nashville? It's a culture shock, or isn't it?
It is very much a culture shock, even within the United States. Southern California and Nashville, but the South in general, they're two very different cultures, and I love both of them very much. But I always say I don't have a Southern bone in my body, so I feel a little bit like a fish out of water sometimes. But with that being said, the people here are so nice. The musicianship, which is really what drew me to Nashville. I wanted to be in country music. The musicians and musicianship here is just grade A, spot on. There's nowhere else better in the world. And so to surround myself with, players and artists and writers who are better than me, which isn't hard to do, but much better than me, just gets me to raise my game, and I wanted to be in a place where I could do that. And this has that in spades.
Why country music and not rap, pop, or other music genre?
I grew up on country music, so my mom and dad raised me on early Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney and Tracy Lawrence, and I've been drawn to country music my entire life. And my mom and dad got me into it, but I've just naturally been drawn to country music my whole life, and I love it. I love how it makes me feel. I love the stories that people tell, and it's just what I've listened to. That, along with a lot of stuff crosses over now, and I listen to a lot of Goo Goo Dolls and Matchbox 20 and Train and 9 Days and those kinds of stuff with, now today, Keith Urban and Luke Bryan and all kinds of guys like that. I love it. I absolutely love it.
In which age you find out that you have a passion to write songs?
Well, writing songs and playing music for me came at two very different times. I learned that I wanted to play music at a very young age. I watched Garth Brooks concerts when I was 4 years old, and I absolutely loved it. I was drawn to it. So, and to start playing music at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13 years old was when I really started playing music, but to actually write music didn't really start to happen until maybe a year before I moved to Nashville. I moved here in 2014. I was 25, so that would mean I probably started writing around 23, 24. So I am not one of those people who started writing songs when I was 8. I just didn't. I loved music, but I didn't start writing music until my early 20s.
By the way, can you remember the first song you wrote?
The first song I wrote had to be Better Days. It's a song that we'll be releasing on the full-length album towards the end of the year. A lot of my fans who have been hearing it for the last 5 years, 6 years, know it like the back of their hand, and I love them for it. But we took all my music down, and we're going to be re-releasing stuff. So a lot of your listeners and readers can probably see it towards the end of the year. It's a song called Better Days.
Tell us a little bit about your journey to find a record label that release your CD.
Yeah, so I'm with Black Sheep Label Group, and Steve Brown, Susan Hobbs, and Michael Heckler are the team around that. And the story really is, in Southern California, Susan would book me at bars and restaurants around Orange County in Southern California. And I was playing one of my gigs one time, and I was walking out, and she goes, I'm thinking about becoming a manager, and talking to my buddy Steve Brown, who I didn't know who he was. Now I'm good buddies with him and very thankful to both of them. But she goes, I'm thinking about being a manager. Can we sit down? Can you kind of talk to me about the music industry? And I just want to pick your brain a little bit. That's what she said to me. And I go, we can definitely sit down, and I need a manager. So that's kind of how it started. We started she was my manager, and then Steve and Susan over the last year or so decided to put a label together. and they offered me a contract, and I'm so thankful that I'm now signed to a label and we're moving forward with my music. So,
did you ever thought that you need so many people around you to go to the spotlight of the audience?
I never did. You know what's funny? I was brushing my teeth this morning and I was thinking to myself, like, where I am now and where we want to be, it's like me just playing a guitar and singing is like 1% of it. There's so many people that you need, and I enjoy that because I love being around people, but there's such a huge group of people. It takes a village to get me to where I want to be, and it's really to get us to where we want to go. So when I was younger, no, I never thought it would take dozens, hundreds of people to get one person to where we want to be. And now that I am older and understand that, I'm not only very thankful to the people around me, but very lucky to have them around me.
So what's the best way now for music fans to find out more information about you?
Sure, so my name is Matt. That's spelled really easy, M-A-T-T. My last name is Koerner, very German, K-O-E-R-N-E-R. We dropped the umlaut when my grandma came over. So mattkoernermusic.com and Matt Koerner Music on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you can find music, just search Matt Koerner and it'll be coming up. The radio release of the race should be on Spotify and stuff within the next couple of days. And listen to your local radio stations. Hopefully the race is playing. But mattkoernermusic.com.
So folks, you know what to do, or you stay here on Country Music News International. We keep you posted when you have his first #1 hit.
Yes, I love it. That's great. Thank you, Chris.